News to the Valleys, the #1 newscast at 6. KEYT News Channel 3, where the news comes first.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Beth Farnsworth.
And I'm CJ Ward. Owning a home in Santa Barbara is not achievable for many people who are considered middle class.
But there are some unique ideas on the drawing board tonight. News Channel 3 senior reporter John Palmentary joins us live. John, design concepts and financing help could put some people into housing that they never thought was possible.
And some of these people we're talking about are some of the mainstream middle class workers in Santa Barbara who would really dream to have a home, but they're really priced out in the Santa Barbara market, as we all know. Well, today some designers and planners and some community leaders came together to talk about unique solutions that could make those home dreams a reality.
We need the community, we need the decision makers to constantly know what the challenges are out there.
Santa Barbara planners and developers may be knocking on the door of some new housing ideas.
Hardworking members of our community.
The Coastal Housing Coalition has held its 3rd annual housing conference with a focus on homes for the middle-income worker.
That's the economic and the civic backbone. That's our teachers, that's our service members, that's many members of our community.
Some of the designs on the drawing board already in the pipeline were laid out on tables for review. Mixed use with housing and businesses together is one concept that often comes before city leaders. In recent years, multiple units on one site has proven to also work when, in past years, there would have been more pushback for this kind of density. Some of the designers and architects say we don't always have to build these new concept homes from the ground up. You can take the existing structures and make them multi-unit housing and retain some of the character, design, and feel that goes with our local neighborhoods.
If you're driving by them, you won't notice. Maybe even if you're biking by them, you wouldn't notice that they happen to have multiple units.
These housing leaders say the number of homes for sale is very low these days. Redesigning existing properties or creating new low-impact concepts is still part of the housing solution, but change has proven to come slowly in Santa Barbara.
In my run yesterday through the area south of State Street, of how little it actually changed. Because I think there's definitely room for some refinements and filling some gaps and making the neighborhood even better. There's a historic fabric and a pattern there that needs to stay intact. But there are bits and pieces. There's evolution that we talk about. There's an evolution that can happen to sort of refine it a little bit.
And as we all know, these changes do not come fast in Santa Barbara. Some of them take many, many years, but we start to see the corner turning a little bit now with some of these design concepts and financing options that are occurring. We have posted some information for you to look at if you're a middle-class worker in Santa Barbara, and we have that on our website, KEYT.com. Reporting live, I'm John Palmentary, News Channel 3.
Okay, thank you, John. The Isla Vista pastor recovering from a brutal